chat. I'm sorry.
Plot.
We'll be taking questions right after, like, when we're in our questions segment.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh,
I just
fuck.
want to let people know if we don't interact, it's because we're actually trying to record a podcast. So
We got shit to do.
yeah, we
What's
do.
that like?
You know. All right, so
Hi.
welcome to the Lifecast, episode 87. I'm Deanna Manasian, your host, here with Pat Bowden, Kennedy Parker, Dan Sylvia.
Yo.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Feeling fed? Feeling
Yes.
comforted? Feeling warm in this here Chili's?
What?
It's honestly not that bad.
I actually want to put on my sweater and my scarf. So
Alright.
let me do that.
Like, me and Dan were just talking earlier today. Like, normally this time of year, you'd already be wearing a jacket or two. Maybe you get the first
It's
snow,
so
but
weird.
It's remarkably warm, and I dare anybody who doesn't believe in global warming to
It's-
come up here in the last few days, feel this weather, and then tell me.
It's
they don't
November
see the
and
error
it's
of their
70 out.
Oh, Pat, yeah, your mic is super loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh no.
Am I peeking the all fuck?
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry
Jesus
about that,
fuck.
guys. Wow. Well, the first minute or so of this podcast was a rough one, but it gets better, just like Neo Scum for 7 episodes. I keep talking about that
That's a
podcast.
Shadowrun thing, right?
Yeah, that's that
Oh.
Shadowrun actual play. There's a new episode tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, I'm done talking about podcasts I like. We should save it for the pre-show. Actually, I have one more announcement to write down, and that reminds me of it.
Write it down.
What have you guys been playing this week, real quick?
South Park? The
Yeah.
fractured butthole.
One sentence summary on why you like or dislike South Park. 2.
Because, like, I like their comedy for some reason. I
Okay,
like South
alright.
Park's comedy. And I don't know. The first one pulled me in, and this one pulls me back in.
Okay.
And then I also gotten back into WoW.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
you have.
Hey.
Hey.
BlizzCon happened.
Save
and
a
it
little
was-
bit of that discussion for later.
Yeah. BlizzCon happened, and it was just like,
What was I going to write down an announcement about?
eh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll save it for later.
Okay. Kennedy, have you been playing Super Mario Odyssey or Dot Hack? Dot Hack! How do you like Dot Hack? We're actually, our Dot Hack giveaway is still open. We have a command in chat. If you do ! giveaway, you will be directed. You'll be given a link to our Dot Hack giveaway. Open all month till November 30th.
The Dot Hack GU trilogy is, I consider it my 4th favorite game of all time. And I'm very proud to say that Last Recode is somehow makes it even better. Everything is upgraded. The graphics, which were gorgeous in the PS2 era, are beautiful now. The gameplay is much faster, much more improved. There's no glitching as far as I can see, except for there's like one really minimal one where if you kick the King Chim while you're on your bike, apparently it doesn't always register, but I mean, that's so minimal, who gives a shit? Part 4, I wish it were longer, but I'm really not surprised it's as short as it is. It's like 4 hours long. Any fans of Ovan will love it. I'm not a fan.
Any fans of Alan D. Grayman will also love it.
No, shut the fuck up. You know, I've actually never been too big of a fan of Ovan, but after part 4, it does warm me up to him a little bit, so I'll say that much about it. But part 4 is good, albeit short. It ties up some loose ends, and it's so beautiful, and I love it. And if you like good games in general, I would even suggest this game to people who don't usually like JRPGs. Again, 4th favorite game of all time. And Last Recode does nothing but improve on the already perfection that is the original. We are currently giving it away. It's on Steam now, too. It's on PC, finally. So, please play it, alright? I really want this game to be successful so that Bandai Namco sees it being successful and they're like, wow, America really likes this Dot Hack thing. Maybe we should have fucking released Lincoln Versus. Maybe it's not too late and we can fucking release it.
Kennedy, you're peeking.
Kennedy, I want to tell you something right now. It is too late because they're
It's
on the
not!
PSP.
Kennedy, think of the microphones.
Really.
And Dan,
Buy Last Recode.
what's up with the games you've been playing?
Have you been playing .hack too?
He's
No.
been listening to me play
Have you been
.hack, so he's
playing
basically been playing
Have
it.
you been playing maybe Gundam Versus?
I mean, I haven't played it in a while,
Oh, okay.
but I can like talk about it. There's
Pat's
not
louder
really...
than Kennedy somehow. Whoa.
Wow.
Excuse me?
Maybe we need to turn your game
I'm
down.
trying to
Actually,
think, because like
that should be better.
I've been following a lot of what's happening in Gundam Versus, but I haven't actually been playing it.
You should tell him. You should tell him about what happened to Kale.
Oh my god. Okay. Yes. Let's talk about Kale getting memed on by a pro player.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe
Can
move
we?
your mic like a little bit away from your face.
Okay. So there is this professional Guilty Gear player, GC Yoshi.
Named Big Slappy.
That's my ska band.
Yeah, GC Yoshi.
GC Yoshi. He's a great player, super talented, Bedman main. So I watch a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
And he's a huge weeb, and he loves Gundam, so he picked up Gundam Versus.
A huge weeb loves Gundam.
Plays Guilty Gear.
Color me impressed.
Shit.
So he plays in this video he plays Bondok, which is like a garbage suit. It's like super bad. And he was oddly enough in the same lobby that Kale, Caleb, and Matt were in.
Yeah.
Those are friends of.
Yeah,
Friends of ours.
friends of ours. And Kale like tunnel visions really hard in Gundam, from what I understand. So he only got like 3 matches in with GC Yoshi because Caleb was just like waiting for him to join his side. And then they played, and then there's this little video.
Okay.
It's got like over 300 retweets last time I looked.
Yeah, it's called Bond Dunk.
Describe what happens.
Okay,
Because
so-
the
yeah.
audio listeners are not going to be able to listen to
No,
watch
yeah.
the video.
Well,
Can we
can,
retweet
like,
it from the Twitter, maybe?
Yeah,
we'll
we can, like,
retweet
link it
when
in chat or
we-
something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Pat,
Uh,
find it.
what's it called?
We'll link it in chat
Just
right
go to
now.
GC Yoshi's Twitter.
it's go to GC Yoshi or his YouTube channel, one or the other, GC Yoshi 13, and it's like the first thing. It's titled Bond Dunk.
And also, it will be in the podcast description.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you.
So basically, what happened was he was playing against Caleb and Kale, and he fought Caleb for like 15 seconds, shifted his target, went over to Kale,
Wait. Yeah,
went
that's-
in, landed a hit,
Yeah, that's it.
and like got him with a command grab. And when Bondok does its command grab, he literally like jumps up and like smashes you into the ground.
Yeah.
And what he did was he like slow-moed it and played a mashup of Come On and Slam mixed with the original Gundam opening while he was beating Kale with the dunk, and it actually
That's-
just like won him the game.
That's actually incredible.
It's beautiful.
Our dear friend got memed on by a pro player. and
You
it's
know
beautiful.
you've made it when you get memed on.
Yeah.
This is it?
Yeah,
It's-
that's it.
But
Yep, that's it. The audio starts off low, and then you just kind of
yeah, so
hear
mute
it.
your computer before you play the video, please. Just so we have a clean audio feed. Not that we did for the first minute of this podcast, but hey, you know, mistakes
Better
happen.
late than never.
I'm
But yeah, just
recording
put
on the
that in chat.
correct audio device this time.
Are you?
Yeah, actually, I made. It says USB audio codec.
Ooh.
But yeah, what have you been playing? Like actually, in a sentence.
Mario Odyssey mostly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've pretty much just been playing Mario Odyssey.
Have you finished it yet?
Yeah, I've beaten it.
Okay. Do you
I'm
like
in
it?
I like it. Yeah, I still stand by after playing through all but like one of the worlds now.
Yeah.
Which is like the second secret world.
Okay.
I still stand by it's like just another good Mario game.
Yeah.
Like it does some cool shit, but it's nothing spectacular. It's just another high quality Mario game that we've just kind of come to expect at this point.
Okay. I think the only new thing I played was Wolfenstein, which I
Yeah.
didn't really play because we were playing it on console for forced family fun, and we had Adam play it. From what
Oh
I
yeah,
saw,
I guess I could say Wolf.
Yeah,
we memed for 4 hours with Wolfenstein in the back.
yeah, that's essentially what we did.
Crippled man takes down Nazi regime.
Fucking, that's the way it should be.
With bloody hot dog knees.
Hot dogs or legs? You decide in Wolfenstein 2. But yeah, I like Wolfenstein because I think one of its central themes is this big, like, strong, burly army man coming to grips with, like, how to process emotions.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
My favorite part was on the difficulty menu.
Oh my
and
god.
his facial.
Daddy, can I play the
Daddy,
game?
can I play the game? I like that it had the changing facial expressions
Daddy,
like that for the difficulty.
Daddy,
That's
will you
so
love me if I
cute.
play the game?
Especially Daddy, will you let me play?
Daddy, will you love me if I play the Wolfenstein game?
Daddy, will you love me if I take down the Nazi regime?
Um,
Will you finally love me if I take down the Third Reich in a wheelchair?
Daddy,
Will you love me now, Daddy?
Daddy, will you let me play? Daddy, do you love me?
Dad, how would you feel if I took down the Nazi regime, Dad?
So it was just 4 hours of that.
Stop.
So I'm definitely gonna revisit Wolfenstein. I also have unlocked all of the villagers in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It is still like a month before release.
That's some strats.
Yeah. I didn't know it was possible to be like good at Animal Crossing.
And then Animal Crossing Mobile.
I sound awful. I sound like the shittiest person, but I didn't know.
I don't mean to brag, but I'm a pro Animal Crossing player. I'm sponsored by
Pocket Camp speedrun, yeah.
Echo Fox.
Hey, Echo Fox, do you want to sponsor me to speedrun Animal Crossing? Because I will.
I would honestly love that.
Can you
Yeah, you
speedrun?
can speedrun Animal Crossing.
But it doesn't end.
Yeah, I don't think
There's an any percent speedrun in which you pay off all of your house loans.
Okay.
And I think there's a 100% speedrun in which you collect all of the catalog items.
Okay.
So yeah, it is possible to finish Animal Crossing.
So you're speedrunning to pay off your mortgage.
You're speedrunning to pay off your mortgage. Speaking of mortgages.
That's really hilarious.
That's just life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is really hilarious.
Yeah.
Just say
Paying
it.
off your debts as fast as you can. That's just life.
So in Pocket Camp, you have up to four camper loans you can take out. You can expand your first floor, get a second floor, expand the second floor, and expand the first floor again. I have expanded the first floor, I have the second floor, and I am paying off my loan to expand the second floor. That loan, the first loan is $10,000, the second is $30,000, and the third is $50,000. I think the last one's $100,000. On the $50,000 loan, I am 15,000 bells away from paying it off.
Sick.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with my life. And ignoring my NaNoWriMo responsibilities. Capabilities, too, because, like, I don't have 3 or 4 hours per day to write 2,000 words a day. So, but yeah, now that we've talked for 12 minutes about things and games we've been playing.
One more,
Yeah,
actually.
what's up?
And you've played this, too. We played, me and Kennedy played the first part of Stories Untold.
Oh yeah, we did.
How do you like it? And what is it about? Quickly.
It's interesting. It's hard to say because it's one
a game
story
that
over like
exists.
4 episodes in like one thing, and it's like it's all one game. It's just it's divided into 4 chapters.
Okay.
It is a horror text adventure.
I like it.
The first chapter is called The House Abandoned, and it's a text adventure where you find a house that you used to live in, and you go in and you
Well, it's
set
not
up.
that you find it; you're told to go there.
You're told,
Okay.
but like you go there, you enter the house, you find a computer game called The House Abandoned, and then you play a text adventure within a text adventure.
Yeah.
And also, there's someone in the house with you.
Yeah, and
and
there's
you
someone
don't
in the
know,
house
and
with
you
you.
don't know who it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Friend, foe, serial
And-
killer,
Demon.
demon.
Hey there,
And
demon.
It's
like-
a horror game. It could be just about anyone.
Yeah, and the way it's set up is it's not just text on a screen and that's it. It's you're sitting like the game is like a little like shot of a desk, and it's got an old like.
Oh, so it has like
1990
visual things to it.
It's got like a 1995 desktop computer with like a shitty lamp and like an alarm clock, and you're just sitting at a desk.
Okay.
And as you're going through the text adventure, your environment around the computer where you're typing it in changes.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah, like there's a part
It
where
came
like
out
you
this
lose
year?
power.
Yeah, it came out this year.
Came
I
out
will-
a couple
months
months
ago.
ago.
I will revisit
Jinx.
it. Or not
It's-
revisit it, but I will visit it before Game of the Year because that sounds really cool.
Very good.
It's
so
pretty
far.
cool.
It's very like really like I can't really talk about its content right now because
Yeah.
We're 45 minutes in.
We're 45 minutes in.
Okay.
So we can't really talk about its content right now. But it's about a 3-hour game.
Yeah, we've been
And,
told that each story is roughly 45 minutes, give or take.
And you've done one.
Yeah,
We've done one. We meant to keep playing on like nightly. Originally, we meant to go through the whole game on Halloween.
Yeah.
And then we watched 2 movies instead.
Yeah.
But final word about the game.
Pan's
We
Labyrinth.
have a lot to talk about. I'm so sorry.
It's cool.
But yeah, it seems good, and it nails the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like it's like for a text, it is like super atmospheric for a text adventure.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I would honestly even recommend it to people who don't usually like text adventure games. It's
I
that
fucking hate
atmospheric.
text adventures.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a
heard it
text
here.
adventure has to be like really good for me to like it.
You heard it here. Hottest of takes on the Lifecast. Text adventures are good. So there was a lot that happened this week. BlizzCon was this weekend.
yeah.
Blizzard announced a lot.
Quite a bit.
A lot.
Razer announced something big.
What did Razer announce?
We'll get to it.
so fucking extra.
news
We'll
to
get
me.
to it.
We'll get to it.
news to
AGDQ 2018 schedule is up, so I want to go through some of those games. And Nintendo is back on its bullshit via copyright claims.
Wait, what?
We'll start with BlizzCon.
Why the fuck am I never...
So, the big news is that there's a new Overwatch hero, and her name is Moira.
And she's a ginger.
She's a ginger?
Is she?
She is our Necromancer queen. She has aspects of Zenyatta and Symmetra. Zenyatta's aspect being that she can heal and harm, or like debuff.
What kind of hero is she?
Support.
Support.
She's
She is a support. She is supposedly very powerful, and I believe she's gonna like literally change the meta.
Oh, she's very powerful. She
I
has
think
4
she's gonna
eyebrows.
be an insta. I think she's gonna be an insta pick.
very
over
powerful.
Mercy.
Here's here's the thing about that though is that every time a new character is announced,
It changes
everyone thinks it's going to change the meta,
Yeah.
like from the start.
She does
Yeah,
seem
like
pretty
Because
Orisa
there
didn't
are-
do
though.
jack shit.
Orisa didn't do jack shit.
Yeah,
and, like,
Doomfist
and
did
on
minimal.
no, actually, Doomfist is like pretty solid from what
Really?
I understand.
Yeah, Doomfist is a good
Because
DPS
his
pick.
job is to run in, kill 2 people, and die, and make it a 5v4.
Now, I don't know too much about competitive Overwatch, but my brother plays competitive Overwatch.
Yeah.
And when I watch him play, I almost never see Doomfist.
I mean, the person to
I mean, that's
talk to
also
about
console
competitive
watch.
Overwatch is
that's
definitely
true. It is also console.
Like that's just the console watch doesn't matter.
the person
like-
to talk to on Livecast about competitive Overwatch is Adam because he keeps up with
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
he keeps up with it.
Speaking of competitive Overwatch,
Yeah, they're changing their entire
they are
system.
changing their entire system, and I fucking love this.
Yeah, I heard
Again?
about this.
No, they're creating a league.
Okay.
They
Of
have-
Legends.
No, of Overwatch. There are there's no like national teams anymore, so there's
Yeah.
no South Korea team, there's no America team. It's going to be 12 teams, each in a different city. And they will draft players, much like many sports.
Yeah.
It's fucking rad.
Much like many sport balls. Here's a list of the 12 teams, split into 2 divisions. For the Pacific Division, we have the Dallas Fuel, Los Angeles Gladiators, Los Angeles Valiant, San Francisco Shock, Seoul Dynasty, Shanghai Dragons. For the Atlantic Division, we have the Boston Uprising,
Hey.
Houston Outlaws, London Spitfire, Florida Mayhem, New York Excelsior, and Philadelphia Fusion.
Who the fuck
I think
calls
this is
Houston
rad.
East
And
Coast?
Well, it's not Pacific.
It's not Atlantic.
I mean, Europe isn't exactly East Coast either.
But like,
It's like anything that's kinda ish on the Atlantic versus kinda ish on the
I
Pacific.
guess. That's
Um,
weird, man.
So yeah, each team has their own colors and their own logo,
Yeah.
and home and away skins. Which the level of, and there's also a new spectator mode that they were debuting at BlizzCon, and like everything about this like says that even though they didn't force it, Blizzard is really into the esports that have cropped up around Overwatch.
This looks.
It's like they're so supportive of these teams, and I
This-
think that's the direction more people need to go if an esports thing crops up naturally.
I think conceptually this is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you actually? I'm not entirely informed on this. Do you know if they're planning on like adding more teams to the league or not?
I am not sure.
Okay.
I think it's
because
just the
you
12
can't have a
to-
league with just 12 teams.
Right. I
You
think they're
just
planning
can't.
12 to start, but I don't know if it's going to be more, and I don't know if they have enough like good players to have more than 12 teams. Is
12
another thing.
apostles. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Because it's cool.
Or not
but,
12 players, 12 teams.
Yeah.
You know,
12
like,
apostles,
and-
if you will.
Each team probably has like
in terms of like
7 people or
Yeah.
something like that.
But like in terms of competitive gaming, like we're used to seeing the same couple players always show up because
Yeah.
just when you're the best, it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
But like when you only have 12 teams composed of the same people, shit gets boring really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it's going to be like real sports ball where they shuffle players between teams and
they're going to.
And then Oklahoma City gets really mad and dedicates an hour of its news to burning their Kevin Durant jerseys.
yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to, but I think they're generally going to keep teams like in their major city.
Yeah.
Like there was talks of, well, definitely this is the last time that South Korea team played together in a competitive Overwatch event.
Like that's another thing. There
BlizzCon.
wasn't a South Korean anything on that list of 12, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was Seoul
Shanghai.
Dynasty.
Shanghai, but
There's Seoul.
Seoul is
Yeah.
Seoul on there?
Yes.
Okay, so that's something at least.
Yo,
Yeah,
but
let
rip
me-
the Midwest.
But like, I mean, yeah.
Oh, it closed the tab.
But
Yeah, there was a team from Seoul.
Okay,
There's
so
a team
that's-
from Shanghai.
Okay. So that's something.
Yeah.
This
Like,
makes
they're
them doing
definitely
the ladders
picking-
so much easier actually because they can do it
Yeah.
just like I guess football.
Yeah.
'Cause
No, that's exactly what it would be. It would be like
BlizzCon
football or
is
baseball or.
their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
I think it's going to be good.
I think it'll be good. I just want more than.
My uneducated opinion on competitive
Yeah.
Overwatch. But yeah, more teams definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll encourage players to like get into it too because there are
Yeah.
more openings now. It's not just a team from America or just a team from Sweden or
Yeah.
just a team from London, you know, or
more
England.
chances.
Yeah.
Unless you live in the Midwest.
I mean, hey, Houston.
Go somewhere else.
I mean, yeah, but Houston is like, that's
South.
not the Midwest. That's practically Mexico. Like legit. You ever looked at a map from where
I
Houston
don't
is to
think
Mexico?
you need to be like in the same room to play Overwatch on a team.
Yeah.
Hope not. I hope not.
Kennedy, you don't. You just have to have an internet connection.
A good
Good.
internet connection for competitive.
Yeah. Speaking of more Overwatch, we got to look at Torbjorn's daughter.
We
And
did?
I just the
actually
muscly
never looked
mechanic.
her up.
I love her.
She's a ginger.
I love her.
She has a shirt that reads, "I like exercise because I love eating,
I love her.
and I'm in love with her.
I want her to step on me.
I want her to bench press me." She's cute.
She's a
I don't want to objectify Torbjorn's daughter, but like
I
she's
do.
cute,
She's
and I
sweet.
love her, and I love her personality.
Is it Bridget?
Yes,
Okay.
Bridget Lendholm.
I'll objectify her. She looks really
Look at
sweet and
her.
cute,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
look
want
at
to
her.
spend time with her.
So yeah, I think she was big gay mood. Yeah.
Big Gay Mood. That's the name of my other ska band.
That's the name of my synthwave band.
I monopolize the ska genre.
Okay.
And with Overwatch news, we got the
siblings.
yeah Torbjorn fucks. And we got a Reinhardt animated short. I
was
forget what
okay.
it's
That
called.
short was so good.
He
was
looks
okay.
like L.A. Turtle.
A what?
Young Reinhardt looks like L.A. Turtle. The "You're not fam anymore" guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. That
Reinhardt
kind of,
enjoyed
did
it.
age like a fine wine, though.
Yeah. that kind of story is like super overdone.
Yeah.
Of like the mentor.
I didn't see it.
The
Minotaur.
mentor.
Mentor. Oh.
Well
The
respected.
Minotaur mentor?
Well respected mentor taking the fall for his team and
Yeah.
dying in a blaze of glory. Yeah, it's been done like a million times.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't say. But we did get that. Moira's backstory actually adds in a little bit of lore. I didn't recap it, but I just
What's
want.
Moira's backstory? I didn't even know she had one.
She's a geneticist, I think.
That's cool.
Who works for Talon. But it fills in some plot holes.
Is Talon the good guys or the bad
Talon's
guys?
the bad guys.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, the last big thing to be announced at BlizzCon was changes to World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
that
And
vanilla
the
WoW
vanilla
that
server-
There's also
people have been
StarCraft stuff.
begging for.
Oh yeah, StarCraft is going
2
free to
went
play.
free to play.
2 is free to play.
WoW changes and updates. There's a new expansion coming out. What's it called?
Battle of Azeroth.
Thank you. It offers new customization options for races, characters,
Yes.
and you can have more sub races. That was the main thing.
Yes.
Character-wise. We didn't get a new playable race, which a lot of people thought was going to happen.
But instead, what they're doing is you can take your race and you have the sub race, like what is it, High Moon Torn or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like many other fantasy things have.
Shit like that. Yeah. Get those cool ass giant ass antlers.
Yeah.
Torn best.
Torn best. Yes.
Torn is the best. And then they also launched.
Yeah, PvP servers are being shut down. But I think they're going to replace it with something. Because they wouldn't just take out like that entire part of the game.
I read briefly, it's like they're taking away the like, okay, this is specifically PvP server, this is specifically PvE server.
They're unifying it and then having separate sections within the server.
Like, they're getting rid of it and replacing it with an opt-in system.
Got it.
It's like these are all servers, and like you can be like, okay, I want a PvP now, so you just queue up for PvP.
Okay, that's a good solution to it, I think.
That's like what I do now. Yeah. I'm on a PvE server, and like I always queue for PvP. Because like on a PvP server, you can just randomly get ganked.
Yeah.
It's like, it fucking sucks. You can just be out in the world questing. It's just like out of nowhere.
Someone will murder you.
You can just get like a feral druid out of nowhere fucking killing you. It's like, fuck.
You know, that is literally the story of .hack2u.
Oh.
All right.
Not even a joke.
Thanks. We're talking about World of Warcraft right now?
I know, but everything is .hack.
Or a rogue coming out of nowhere, out of stealth, and fucking...
Yeah. And then vanilla WoW servers are going to be part of an update. Is it the new expansion?
No, vanilla servers are...
Yeah, official vanilla servers.
They're going to be their own separate thing.
Okay.
Because people have been asking and begging for vanilla servers.
Forever.
And earlier this year, late last year, they shut down...
all those fan...
All the unofficial ones.
The fan...
Yeah, I remember that happening.
Probably because they were working on this.
All the fan classic vanilla servers, even the like servers that were running not vanilla but like Burning Crusade, Lich King, all those, and they even had the people who were running the most popular one. I can't remember off the top of my head. Like come in and be like, probably
this
like,
is how we
what
do it.
Are you doing that makes it so popular?
Okay.
All this and all that. And, like, I guess that server had, like, a whole ceremony on, like, the final day of shutting down.
All right.
Shit.
And, yeah, that's pretty much all that happened at BlizzCon.
Damn.
Yeah.
Besides...
That's a good recap.
Yeah. Besides the World Cup and the different
Yeah,
arenas.
the World Cup.
Yeah.
HDQ. This is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to give you guys some highlights for what is on the schedule. It starts on Sunday, January 7th, 2018. The opening game is the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy by J. Hobbs. The next ones are in order, but at various times. I didn't go through, and they're like on different days. Hollow Knight by Mick Lee 3, Contra by the Mexican Runner and Angry Lanks, Sonic Mania by Claris, Battletoads by the Mexican Runner, Dishonored by Dr. T-Chops, Ori and the Blind Forest by Villajin, Sigma, Terra, and Hydra. I think that's like a relay race. Owl Boys by Zik 3, Hyperlight Drifter by Simply Fur, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the closing game by ATZ.
They're going to speedrun Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Oh, yeah, no, there's...
You can reach Ganon in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I've watched a couple Breath of the Wild speedruns. It's
wild.
It's
wild. That's a better word. Yeah. I look forward to HDQ and SGDQ every single year. I think speedruns are great. I want to do one someday. Love speedruns. Would love to do one someday. I'd probably learn a short game. I've always wanted to learn Majora's Mask speedrun, but I don't have the technical skill to do it.
Yeah, Majora's Mask, that's also very wild.
It requires a lot of precise movement, especially for a lot of the tricks that are used the most.
I feel it.
So, and my coordination just isn't there. But yeah. I might be prepping a speedrun for this weekend. We'll see. I might not have time, but, you know.
No time to be fast.
No time to be fast. I'm doing other things fast.
Maybe in the future.
And, yeah, that's, you know, it's a speedrun festival. They raise donations for Doctors Without Borders, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's going to a good cause. Doctors Without Borders is wonderful.
It's a charity.
Yeah. It's a charity event. Yeah. So, Razer.
Okay, yeah, what the fuck is this Razer news?
Razer is a company that makes high-end keyboards, mice, headsets.
Gaming
shit. Peripherals, yeah.
Yeah.
What they decided to unleash
What did they
On
unleash?
Us
That's an interesting choice of words.
was the first phone made by a major gaming hardware company.
You want to see it, Kennedy?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, take a look at the phone
The fuck?
while I read
Let's
the
see.
specs on it.
Oh, hold on.
They're either going to be like outrageously bad or good. I'm calling
They are,
Go
well, the
ahead.
camera's like average. I will tell you that.
They're-
But
Is that it?
first
Let
of
me
all,
see if
it's
I can find
expected
better
to
pictures.
release. It's expected to release November 17th at around $750 upfront, which for what you're getting is not unreasonable. The only gripe is like I wish it had a better camera.
Damn,
Otherwise,
son.
instant from me.
Wait, does that
It has an all aluminum body.
I think that. Sorry.
Sorry, like it picks up. So I just want to get through these specs. It has an all aluminum body, a 5.7 inch, 120 hertz per second refresh rate.
What the fuck?
On a 1440p screen. It runs Android 7.1.1, Nougat out of the box. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor, 64 gigabytes of storage space, expandable to 2 terabytes maximum
That's expensive.
with a micro SD card.
I'm going to vomit.
2 terabyte micro. Sorry.
8 gigabytes of RAM. It has a 12 megapixel f 1.8 aperture and 13 megapixel f 2.6 dual rear camera with an 8 megapixel f 2.0 front facing camera. Not great. It has no headphone jack. But
I was so impressed until you said
right?
that.
But here's where I nutted. It has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. That is
So for those of
that's
us,
almost double what the newest iPhone has.
So for those of us who don't know what that means, like plainly
this-
put, how many hours?
This phone, the OnePlus 3, has a 3,600 milliamp hour battery. It lasts me from 5 in the morning until about midnight.
Okay.
Pretty heavy usage, pretty moderate usage, we'll say. The Razer phone will probably last 24 hours with moderate usage after you've like trained the battery and everything.
Yeah.
I was gonna throw up profusely everywhere because it was so excellent, but then you said no headphone jack, and now I think I can
know.
hold it all in.
Like,
Well, it's doing it through USB-C, right?
yes, it does
Yeah.
have USB-C, so you can. It has a converter that comes in the box.
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I
doesn't
think I
matter.
can
It's
still
still
hold my
dumb.
food down.
So you can do either Bluetooth or get a USB-C adapter,
Like
which
I-
it comes with. You said, right?
I legitimately don't understand why
I
they would
think-
neglect
And it does. It does
headphones.
have the Razer logo on the back that lights up.
Yeah, well,
That's
because they have
cute.
to.
So-
Yeah,
Because they have to at this point.
It's
so
branding.
I just looked up the processor.
Yeah.
Right.
It is the newest
It is-
Snapdragon processor.
It is an 8-core.
Yep.
2.45 gigahertz processor.
On a fucking phone.
Mobile processor.
That's like on par with the laptop I am using to do this stream.
That's
The
Maybe I
not
will
the
throw
process.
up.
Well, yeah.
maybe I
The
will throw
processor.
up.
This has 8 cores. This is 64-bit. It has 8 gigabytes of RAM.
This phone has
That
more
shit's in a
RAM.
phone.
This phone has more
And
RAM.
it has 120 frames per second.
I'm gonna throw up. Maybe.
It's just like
When they
It's-
come
it's-
out with the
it's-
Chroma version, call me.
When they come out with a version that has a headphone
it's
jack,
really
I'll take it.
impressive.
But like, why?
It's-
But why? Yeah.
But why?
Exactly.
Well, actually-
like,
Also-
who the fuck needs a 1440p screen definition on a screen that is
This
like
size!
6 inches?
1440 is fine. It's the 120
On such a tiny
refresh
screen.
rate is what gets me.
Yeah.
It's like I understand why they're trying to get in on the mobile market. It's one of the fastest growing markets
And to,
in the
to be
world
clear,
right now.
To be clear, this is an incredible first phone.
Yeah.
From a company that has no experience making phones.
Yeah, what baffles me about this phone is that if they made this maybe in a couple years right now, maybe after, I mean, mobile gaming is already gaining a lot of speed really fast. In fact, if I recall reading an article once saying that mobile game sales are rivaling even that of like regular
Yeah.
game sales.
Yeah,
But,
I believe
Particularly
it.
on Android.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
it's an easy platform to develop to. It's an
and
easy
it's
platform
cheaper.
to get your
Yeah.
shit on.
Yeah.
But the thing with mobile gaming is that a lot of these games are just casual games. You don't hear about many of these games getting very competitive.
I'll have you know that Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is not a casual game.
But still, still, you get.
Wasn't there that like one MOBA on
Yeah.
Vainglory?
Vainglory, yeah.
Was it Yeah,
Isn't there a
Vainglory.
competitive Vainglory?
There is a
scene?
competitive
Yeah.
Vainglory scene.
It's like that's who they're doing it for.
Yeah, no, and it's
And
like
the thing is, like,
Duh.
they
if there were-
probably have a competitive Vainglory team that they're sponsoring.
exactly, and like if there were more competitive mobile games, or even if mobile games just didn't have mobile games, they have an extremely high turnover rate, and if it weren't for that, I would understand why they're making this. It's for the mobile gaming crowd, but the mobile gaming crowd is still trying to get its foothold. You know, there's only there's less than 10, I'm sure, competitive mobile games out there.
Kennedy, here's the thing with like hardware companies like Razer.
They don't care.
Yeah,
they don't
well,
give a
that too.
fuck.
They don't give a fuck. Yeah. But a lot of
If they can make
what
it, they'll do
they
it.
do is like what a lot of companies have is they have this like extra budget set aside for just trying new things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is
And
that.
This is absolutely what that is. Like this
Yeah, I
isn't
feel
necessarily. This probably isn't actually being marketed towards anyone specific other than people who buy Razer products.
Yeah.
But it's made more so for them to show that this is something that we can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
It's-
this
I
is
feel
something
it.
we can do
So it's
and
just them
be the
flexing
best.
their muscles.
Yeah,
The-
exactly.
the
That's
other thing-
like Microsoft does that all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what the Surface is. That's what the Xbox One X is. It's
Yep.
just them trying
Trying
to like
things.
push what they can do with technology, and that's it.
That
Yeah.
being said, it's fucking affordable for what you get.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm genuinely surprised that shit ain't more
It's
expensive.
cheaper than an S8 Plus.
The
Yeah.
other thing this
It's
could be
cheaper
for
than an iPhone X.
is that like NVIDIA Game Stream and all that. This has enough power
Yeah.
to fucking do that. And if they also release a dock,
Yeah, if more
Or
than
something.
2 people used NVIDIA Game Stream.
I mean, if you have something like this just chilling in your pocket,
Yeah.
and if it goes through USB-C, which can pass anything through it,
Yeah.
basically, hook it up to a TV,
Yeah.
and you get
I
like a
wanna know what-
Bluetooth controller.
I want to know what accessories they're going to come out with it to support that.
Yeah.
Because Razer and NVIDIA are kind of like in each other's pocket.
Basically, yeah. So
But yeah, I honestly, I love where this is going.
Yeah.
I love that it's capitalism, shitty capitalism, I know. But like,
JK, capitalism's great.
this could end very
False.
well.
true. It's gonna end very well, yeah. And the thing is, they're not partnering with any mobile providers, so you pretty much have to buy it full price.
I'm cool with that.
I'm also very cool with that.
It's just I fucked up with this one.
But yeah,
I've had the same phone for almost 3 years.
I've like
Maybe-
had a new Android phone
Maybe this
every
is
other
my-
year or
yeah.
something.
Maybe this will be my upgrade when this one finally shits the bed.
You could probably get something other than that and still be fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
I want something with a
yeah.
headphone jack.
Just get Bluetooth headphones.
But they're expensive.
These were like $30.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's like you can get a good pair of Bluetooth headphones
Most
for
good
20 or 20
headphones
bucks.
are like
That's
25,
also
30 bucks.
expensive.
Anyway,
Like, I don't think the USB-C thing is too bad. Like it's inconvenient right now.
yeah,
but like
USB itself was inconvenient a
Yeah.
couple years ago.
And, like,
well, it's still inconvenient
in,
now, but
like honestly, in like 2 or 3 years, where every phone eventually moves over to USB-C,
Yeah.
every pair of headphones is probably going to move over to USB-C anyway.
And then
Yeah.
they'll
The
be
other-
more affordable, and then we can talk. But
Yeah.
right now,
I mean,
$10 or less on
Razer-
headphones.
The
Well,
other
they
thing
have-
is
they have
you
$10
could,
Then you're just
pairs
never
of
going to get a
USB-C
good pair of
headphones.
headphones,
Yeah.
wired or not.
yeah, you
but
get
yeah.
those shitty like knockoff ones.
I do. I love knockoffs.
Yeah. The other
so-
thing is you get better sound quality out of the USB
Yeah.
yeah.
than
But yeah, I guess we've said all there is to say about
this phone.
yeah, this phone.
It's extra as fuck.
It's extra as fuck, and I somehow want it. I want it. It has the fingerprint sensor on the side of the phone, guys.
On the
On the
okay.
side?
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't know.
yeah. It has no buttons on the front. It has dual front facing
Stereo.
stereo speakers.
That fucked me up.
I love that.
Like, they're probably no better than like a pair of laptop speakers, but like that fucked me up.
But
For a phone,
no, they're pretty decent.
Are they?
Yeah, I watched the Unbox Therapy video on it, and he, Lou, who runs Unbox Therapy,
Yeah.
he played a clip of audio into his microphone through the speakers, and it sounded like it had a punch.
Okay.
So
Good.
not tinny, good bass. Like it's still cell phone speakers, so there's still a limit to how good they're
still a
gonna be.
limit.
Yeah.
But he said himself that it was
It's-
the best pair of speakers he'd heard on a cell phone. So
that's cool.
Damn, son.
It's still probably about as powerful as like a decent laptops then.
Yeah.
You know, which that's fine.
That's fine.
It does more than get the job done. So you know, and if you're on a phone and you're not using headphones, it's probably not because you want to anyway.
Out of the speakers, anyways.
Yeah. How often are you gonna play stuff?
That's
out of
true.
speakers? Maybe more often now that you have 2 front-facing stereo ones.
True.
Each with their own amp.
I also just
That's
like
what
the
fucks me up.
aesthetic of it.
It looks fucking sexy.
Yeah.
So are they gonna make
Nut,
cases
I
for
busted.
it or what?
Yep, I'm pretty sure they already have
Oh,
some
right.
design.
You can
Yeah,
get
right
your
here.
ass.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like Razer branded cases
yeah.
for their Razer branded phone.
They already have
if you
some.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
if you do want to get it, I think you can pre-order it starting now.
Let's see.
Don't quote me on that.
No, you can only get notified, and that's about it.
Okay, you can buy it. Expected date is November 17th, and it's going to release around $750.
Is
US
the price
money.
on the page?
That's honestly very fair.
They're very fair, yeah.
Would you say $750?
And if I had more than that, like stashed away, I'd consider it. But yeah, let's talk about Nintendo
What happened?
being back on their bullshit.
What happened?
What they do now.
Nintendo is filing copyright claims on Super Mario Odyssey gameplay and live stream videos on YouTube. Let's recap. Nintendo, a little while ago, rolled out the Nintendo Creator Program and said that videos you make are under fair use. You can monetize. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They said that live streaming wasn't covered under that for some reason. But Video Game Donkey recently posted a screenshot of his YouTube video
I
manager
remember seeing that.
on Twitter and said that Nintendo had filed a copyright claim on the video because it had Super Mario Odyssey gameplay on it and demonetized it. Nintendo. It is the year. Well, okay, listen. Any video game company. I don't care if you make them. I don't care if you publish them. I don't care if you look at them and fart in the air of the developers. Why the fuck are we limiting live streaming and video production on video games media that is meant to be consumed in the Gregorian year 2017? Hello?
Hi.
You're dumb.
May I offer my 2 cents on this?
Yeah.
As someone who has looked a lot into copyright law.
Yeah, what's up?
Because of bootleg stuff. So,
I mean,
if they explicitly stated in their thing that you can monetize
yeah.
things for Mario Odyssey, at that point, like for Donkey, for example, there's no fucking excuse they have to demonetize this video.
Right.
But live streaming. This is a hot topic, and I realize that what I'm about to say is quite an unpopular opinion, but that's also partially why I'm saying it, because I want to hear people's thoughts on this. It's if they explicitly stated that it's not part of fair use. The thing is, live streaming is becoming a rapidly more popular thing by the day. You know, when Persona 5 announced that you can't live stream their game, you know, a lot of people were pissed, but at the end of the day, a lot of people, you know, they try and vicariously play the games through watching those streams. You know, the fact of the matter is, through the eyes of Atlas, through the eyes of Sega, that's lost money for them. It's one person playing a game and thousands of other people saying, well, now I'm not going to play it because I watched so-and-so play it. And so for them, that's a big chunk of their lost sales. But what gets me about Mario Odyssey, now for Persona 5, I understand why they wouldn't want people streaming it. You know, for Manga Gamer, they have a very similar thing. Manga Gamer is a visual novel publisher. They published the localization for The House in Fata Morgana, for example, and they have a policy stating that you can stream only up to 75% of a given visual novel, because those are story-based games. So, you know, especially for people, you know, watching a stream of, say, a visual novel, you know, you'd feel a lot less inclined to get it yourself, right? Because you're not really missing out on anything. The gameplay isn't really there, you know, so just by watching it, they're losing a lot of sales. But for Mario Odyssey, it puzzles me why they would make this kind of a decision, because Mario Odyssey is a game totally marketed on the gameplay versus story spectrum. It goes all in on gameplay, you know? So just by watching someone play Mario Odyssey, there's nothing, it's not like watching someone play a visual novel. You're not getting even close to the same experience as opposed to if you were playing the game yourself. Again, I understand why companies like Atlas would want to prevent people from streaming Persona 5, which is definitely more story-based, or especially for visual novels, like The House in Fata Morgana, or I know Little Busters just came out on Steam finally, and I totally understand why, who is it, Sekai Project, who published it?
Know.
Whoever the fuck published it made a statement asking people to please not stream it for the first 6 months of it being out, and I understand that. But Mario Odyssey, you're playing it for the gameplay, not the story, so why would you not be okay with people streaming it? You're not losing, any customers you'd be losing at that point are minimal, or customers who were already really on the fence.
See, that's the point I want to make with the story-based games. If you are watching someone play a game, if your intention is to play or watch someone play a game rather than go out and buy it, whether you're trying to save money, whether you don't want to go through the effort of playing it yourself, whether you want someone's commentary on top of it, that's a lost sale anyway. There is no way, almost no way, that that person was going to go out and buy the game if they didn't watch it. And they would avoid it entirely, or they'd say, okay, or if they did want to buy it and they also wanted to watch someone stream it, they wouldn't watch someone stream it.
Yeah.
Because I want to avoid spoilers. I want to avoid this. I want to avoid whatever. Persona 5, I don't see the argument because that's a largely choice-based game. You can build your character different ways. You can interact with your friends different ways. And one person's experience with that isn't going to necessarily be another's. So yeah, a lot of the overlap with people watching Persona 5 and playing Persona 5 is there. Honestly, like, if you're letting someone stream your game and you're letting someone like make gameplay videos off of your game, that's fucking free advertisement for you in a lot of cases. It's either they find out about your studio, they find out about the series, they find out about like someone they like. You know, I see the argument about why it kind of should be limited. Like 75% on story-based games I think is fair.
Yeah, no, that's what Manga Gamer does, and I honestly, they have one of the best policies for streaming any publisher has for streaming right now.
And especially for visual novels where there is like literally no gameplay aside from reading and a couple of choices of which you get like one or two options.
Yeah, and they don't really affect.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like for things like action adventure RPGs, I don't see a fucking point.
Yeah, no, and I totally understand that. This is all very much a double-edged sword, especially what you said earlier about the advertising. For me, that, I think, is the biggest drawback to preventing people from streaming. Because, like, in Atlas's case, like, it's like, Persona, you know? It's free advertising.
I feel like because they restricted streaming so much, they got a lot more bad PR than they did good PR. Like, I heard way more about, like, just not being able to stream Persona 5, and that soured my opinion of the game more than all of the fucking good reviews it got. That was why I didn't play the game. That was why, even though I loved Persona 4, I was like, okay, I can fucking miss this one. Because Atlas has its head up its ass. Like, I don't want to support that. You know?
I feel it, but
It gets down to a point where you have to choose between supporting a studio or, like... or... Not so much supporting a studio, but, like, boycotting a studio or just consuming content. Yeah.
And I see what you mean by that. My thought process on the whole thing is, though...
Yeah, you've taken advertising courses, so...
Yeah, so my thought on the whole matter is that... And I didn't just take advertising courses, I have a BSA. Yeah. But my thought on that whole thing is that... oh my god, I had this great-ass opening sentence, and I totally fucking forgot.
I know, I had this great, like, either-or thing, and I also forgot it. But, yeah, give your closing.
What the fuck?
I've said my piece, I don't...
What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh my god, it was so fucking brilliant, and it was so fucking great. Give me 2 seconds, and if I can't remember it, I'll just bullshit it.
So yeah.
I'm just gonna bullshit it, okay?
Okay, go.
I had a polite way of saying this, but now I can't fucking remember.
You don't have to be polite on this podcast.
Someone has to be the first asshole.
Yeah.
Like...
Otherwise, things don't get changed. Otherwise, things, like, fall through.
Well, I guess, kind of. What I was going to say is that, like, for smaller game companies, like Manga Gamer, I'll use them as an example, because I love Manga Gamer.
I can definitely see this in the defense of smaller game studios that want to get their stuff out there, that want to get their products sold. But for Atlas,
but like, here's where it gets kind of weird. So like, Manga Gamer, let's say they totally banned streaming, just outright. You know, people would be mad. Because, you know, and especially, and I think this is a big reason why people got especially pissed at Atlas, because this is unheard of in the year 2017, you know?
Yeah, literally.
But someone has to make the first couple of strides forwards, because if a big company, some big company has to be the first company to step forward and say, guys, streaming affects sales, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. For smaller companies, usually the worst. So some big company has to be the first company to step up there and say, guys, we have to seriously talk about this streaming thing. We have to put some rules and regulations on it.
Yeah.
And I think that a big reason why there was so much backlash against Atlas is because they were the first asshole. They were the first company to step up and say, okay, guys, we have to set some ground rules here, you know? I think the exact same thing would have happened if any other company had done it first. Like if fucking... I'm just going to say this because it's the first other example that comes to mind. If whoever the fuck, the team that made Sonic Mania.
Yeah, Sonic Team. Not Sonic Team. It wasn't
Sonic Team. But if they had come out and said, guys, we only want you to stream through the first 3 worlds, and after that, can't. You know, people would have been outraged.
Yeah.
But then...
Because half of that has already, like, been in another game.
Yeah, well, but again, I'm just using that as an example. But... if someone else does it, if a big company does it, then it starts to become okay. We slowly start to get used to it, and people slowly start to see the sense in why these companies need ground rules and regulations on streaming, because sometimes for better, but sometimes for worse, they do affect sales, and especially for those smaller companies, they have a higher risk of it ruining their sales, of it lowering their sales. So a big company like Atlas, who it wouldn't affect as bad, or I should say can take the hit, can start normalizing it. And I feel like that's a lot of what Atlas was doing. And I feel like this is something we're going to be seeing a lot more often in these next couple of years, as companies putting more rules and regulations on streaming, because Atlas was the first asshole to come out and say, we have to start putting some ground rules down, and we have to start normalizing this, because
I mean, unfortunately,
it's going to affect things.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a thing, and I don't know. I have a lot of problems with it because...
yeah, no, I see why you'd have problems with it. I mean, it sucks. Yeah. I wish I could watch
like,
people
I was
go
in that
the
position.
Of Persona
I was
5.
in the position of I didn't have any game consoles when I was younger. Like, my parents would not let me play video games, so my only way to experience them was to watch people play them.
Yeah.
And, like, I know I shouldn't see it as, like, a personal attack, but, like, there's another kid in my position.
Yeah.
There's millions more kids in my position that just don't have that luxury.
And, you know, and here's...
and, like, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
So...
now, I'll raise you that my biggest problem with all these Twitch regulations, and this is coming from someone who's for these Twitch regulations. If you're going to put regulations on people streaming the entirety of your game, you also need to ban people going through them completely on YouTube, because anybody who wants to watch someone play through Persona 5, you know, this Twitch streamer A may be prevented from doing it.
It needs to be equal.
Yeah,
no matter
exactly.
What.
It needs to be equal, because they're doing this. Most companies are saying it's because of sales. It's affecting sales.
Yeah.
But if I'm little console-less Connie sitting here crying because I don't have a PS4 and I can't play Persona 4 or Persona 5, and my favorite Twitch streamer had got to a point where they got to stop, I'll go to their YouTube channel and watch them play the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it just baffles me how that's just so fucking unfair. And my thought on it is that if you're going to put rules and regulations on one, you have to put them on the other. Yeah. You have to be fair about this. You just have to. And I've yet to see anybody, Atlas, Sega, Manga Gamer, or otherwise, do exactly that. So they can't say this is all for sales and then just let YouTube have its right away. That's just bullshit.
Yeah. Let's see. We are going to do a couple of announcements. Now I can edit in my thing. All right. Game of the Year is next month, and I want to die. that's going to be sometime in the last 2 weeks of December. We're going to plan it out. We are going to set dates. We are going to set a place. We're going to set a time. We're going to send RSVPs.
Y'all are going to have it this year. You're going to.
Oh, yeah. If you have a question for us, please put them in the chat, like, literally right now. But, yeah.
Can I add something to the Game of the Year stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you might have a grasp at the games, that I know we talked last week about some of the last minute games we were all trying to get our hands on before we start Game of the Year stuff. Mm-hmm. If you, our lovely audience, have any games you feel strongly about that we should play, either because they're some of the best of the year, some of the worst of the year, or some of the most, shall we say, opinionated of the year, let us know, because this is really the time that we will be playing those last-minute games. So we're going to be listening to recommendations now more than ever. So if you had any recommendations for any of us, any one of us in particular, or just us as a whole,
let us know.
Now's the time to send them on Twitter,
within the next,
Facebook
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I have to budget my time pretty fucking tightly.
So start sending us those recommendations. We'll see what we can do.
We are going to be doing an Extra Life stream, which is a 24-hour stream for charity, on November 11th and 12th. It will start November 11th around 12 noon. We will go for a full 24 hours. We will be live the entire time, hopefully.
It's going to be hell.
And we're going to be streaming it on twitch.tv/SuffolkVGA. This channel will host that because we have a lot more followers.
And because there's a lot of overlap.
There's a ton of overlap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only 2 people who are going to be there that aren't in the Lifecast, right?
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah. So you're basically watching the same squad.
Oh, yeah.
Squad.
Yeah, but we'll host it so you won't miss it. And proceeds are going to Boston Children's Hospital.
Yep.
Good cause.
Our
we don't touch any of the money.
Yeah, it does not see our bank accounts, our hands, whatever. We just see who donated and how much, and it goes direct.
We're just
Extra
the
Life handles it.
Yeah. So give.
Our Dot Hack giveaway is open till November 30th.
You know you want it.
Our December giveaway, which is a mystery for now, opens
to
on
all of us.
Yeah, to literally all of us.
Yeah.
Will be open on December 1st and will be our overall game of the year. Like whatever we give our gold medal to, whatever gets the most points, will be what we give away.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking rad. Yeah.
I like that idea.
I dig it.
Yeah. So it might not be the best game that came out, but it's the one that overall we like the most.
We have a lot of varying opinions here on the Lifecast, so it could be literally anything.
Yeah. We are making new social media, website, and other various content. We're doing stuff.
Content.
Ha!
What's that like?
If you've noticed our Twitter at all, we've gotten a lot more shitposty.
We're going to continue that.
And our Instagram.
And our Instagram is all shit posts. What else do you do? Is we don't have a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we can show. Because it's not very organized.
Most of our behind-the-scenes stuff is us
just
crying.
Sitting in a classroom.
Yeah.
Our behind-the-scenes stuff would be I can take a picture of that webcam on a tripod and post that.
Be ooh, exciting. Yeah, it's not exciting.
It.
Yeah, we're literally in a classroom at a university that 2 of us have graduated from and 2 of us are still in.
Yeah.
Yesterday I could have posted of me sitting at my desk.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you guys want? To picture the cafeteria?
Yeah, right.
Do you?
If
we'll
we're
take a picture for you.
If we're all out on a thing we're doing, we'll post that as well. Before our stream on Saturday, we posted something.
Pandemonium.
It's
you guys can
just all shit posts. Oh my god. I'm looking at it right now.
I like the whip one.
It's it's all
yeah, we have a boomerang of everyone doing the whip.
What? On Instagram?
Yes.
Hey, look, I actually haven't.
It's literally all shit posts and a couple thumbnails.
I have not seen our Instagram yet. Oh my.
But yeah, that's linked in chat right now.
Fuck, not
and
that guy.
Everything is linked in chat right now, and also it will be under the podcast description. We have Discord, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, but we don't use it a lot because that's our official page.
Yeah.
We have Twitch.
This is my favorite post.
You can download us on your podcatcher of choice if you're watching this live. Yeah.
We're
We're everywhere, god damn it. And we're also Yeah, we're also on the lifecast.net, and we're going to start
Everywhere,
archiving
nowhere.
all of our stuff there. We're on YouTube also. For now, it's just archive streams, but we want to keep doing more. So if you have suggestions for videos, we're actually taking them.
If you have suggestions for anything under the sun for us, let us know.
Yeah,
honestly.
give us
Even
some
if it's
critique.
Just, yeah,
what do
like,
you want us to do?
Yeah, or feedback in general.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything we can ever do to improve, like,
Tell us how we're doing.
we can't
If you have
fix a
coding
problem if
idea,
we don't know we have
I'd
it.
greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, if you have coding ideas, tweet them at Pat.
Yeah, I'd greatly appreciate that. I need ideas.
Actually, I got
for
an idea
code.
for
If
you.
you like thing about
Yeah?
if you like stuff about robot anime, tweet at me.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I got an idea for you, Pat.
All right, what is it?
So recently I saw this tweet
Yeah,
of this guy
yeah.
who uploaded a bunch of scripts from Scrubs episodes into like this random word generator that he made.
Okay.
And so he was able to make what he called the most average episode of Scrubs.
Okay.
I want you to make the most average episode of I'm gonna say Star Trek: The Next Generation.
What's the average episode of Star Trek?
Just take scripts of as many Star Trek Next Generation episodes as you can find, ideally all of them.
Okay.
Upload them in like a random word or phrase thing. Like, you know, put them all in there, like, you know, find the most common word combinations and shit, and compile the most average episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be Star Trek. It could be any other show you want, but I like
so
Star
is
Trek.
it like taking the word that shows up like the average amount of times and just like
It would like take the most likely combination of words.
okay,
I'll link it to you.
all right, yeah,
I'll
do
link it
that.
to you. It's very funny. It makes very little grammatical sense, and
Yeah.
because it's Scrubs, there's so much off the wall shit going on.
Scrubs is great.
I love Scrubs. It's
Scrubs.
like my second or third favorite show.
Scrubs is
I
great.
have seen it in its entirety at least 6 times,
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
but I love it.
It just kind of happens when you use the same show for white noise a lot.
Yeah, no, for real. And plus, they only recently removed it on Netflix. And by the way,
They
I'm
removed it
pissed
off?
about this. They
Yeah,
did,
it's
and
not
I'm
on
really,
Netflix anymore.
I'm really
Good.
pissed about that because
Time to
Scrubs-
update your server, Pat.
I've downloaded it a long time
Scrubs
ago.
was kind of like my
have
go-to.
every
I'm working
season.
and I need some noise on in the background.
Even
show,
the bad one.
And now it's not. At least
You
they
think
still
I'm
have
some
Parks
sort
and
of
Rec,
casual?
though.
Tort for sport. I mean, legally purchased from my local video store.
Thank you, Pat. All right. So,
And that's how Pat got arrested by the internet police.
Speaking of that kind of stuff, if you have Gundam kits you would like me to build, decks to craft in Magic, or fighting games to play, let me know. I will do it.
Or
That'd be-
Zoids models, because
that'd be
he
a
has
cool
a lot
video.
of them in his room that he needs to build, and
Yeah,
I
I
want to
have-
see them built,
What?
please.
I don't have any more Zoids. Oh no, I have the Kotobukiya Shield Liger I have to build. Yeah. Okay.
Build that one. I'm going to suggest that
Robot
one right
model
now.
kits in general.
Just
Hey,
dance
I will build them
live
on Twitch.
Dan, did you hear me?
Yes.
The
Just
liger.
dance.
I'm suggesting it.
we got to do questions. Can you please resolve it off podcast?
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right. So we got to do some questions.
Okay.
I can edit in another audio blip.
Da, 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 da.
Jess asked about the Overwatch League. Okay, but how do you get? How much do you get if you get drafted? I low key need a side hustle. I don't know.
I wish I could tell you.
Yeah.
Probably a couple grand.
$1.
The Wasabi Man said Reinhardt smokes beer.
Yes.
What?
Probably.
Jess asks, how high quality will my idol waifus be on the Razer phone? Very high quality.
Very. 1440p.
The Wasabi Man
At
also asked.
120
The Wasabi
You
Man
want to see
also.
those waifus refresh at an incredible rate?
The Wasabi Man also asked, Pocket Camp Game of the Year? Yes, my mobile game of the year is Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. You called it. We will probably not do a Just Dance live stream because no one wants to move
I have
over a
asthma.
24-hour live stream.
I'll do it.
I'll
dance
but-
you
All right,
fools
the
into the
people with
ground.
asthma will do it.
Just a freaking
go.
mess also asked shitposting? Yes. And now I got 1,000 random questions.
What?
Yes, it's this!
that
And
were,
also, if you have any more questions, just post them in chat.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
Pat, tell me if we have anything. So our first number, 852. Oh
Let's do
boy.
it. Bring it on.
How has gaming changed your life? I met all of my friends. I met all of my friends. I have a social life now. I'm not depressed anymore, and I have a thriving small business.
Honestly, what the honest?
I met my boyfriend. My skin is clear. None of this is an exaggeration.
Yeah, no, honestly, exactly what you said, down to the small business. Except mine isn't technically a small business. It's just a large meme page, but I've gotten jobs because of that meme page.
Yeah.
Follow bootleg stuff on Twitter.
Shameless plug.
Dan, Pat.
I mean, I know like literally everyone, all of my friends in this school because of games.
Yeah,
so
same.
there's that.
We all met through a video game club. I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
we all have social lives because of gaming.
Yeah.
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 Like,
And,
I've gone to so many events that I've just had such a good fucking time at.
Yeah.
And then there's also just like half of the friends I have in Lynn who I would call like some of my best friends. I would not call my best friends if it weren't for specifically Persona 4. So there's that too.
Yeah.
Like Persona 4 is probably my favorite game of all time just for that reason.
I mean, look at you.
So-
You're wearing a Junes shirt.
Yeah, I'm wearing a fucking Junes shirt.
You reckon
actually.
today.
Yeah. Next question, number 614. Have you ever made someone cry? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to give the details because it's super personal, but yes, I have.
I once unfollowed someone on Twitter and they cried. I lied. I actually don't know if that's happened.
All right, I'm cheating this a little bit because I want to ask interesting questions, but they're also going to be random.
That one could have been interesting. In a really depressing kind of way. In a really depressing, let's get overly personal and we probably shouldn't be sharing these stories on the podcast kind of way, but, you know, if we had chosen to cross that line.
239. How do you usually celebrate your birthdays? By pretending I'm the shit.
Wait, what?
How do you usually celebrate your birthdays?
I never have a birthday party on the day because I'm like 3 weeks away from Christmas. So I just tend to have something like literally right in the middle.
Yeah. I usually
I saw so many just
So many Wolfborg emotes.
I usually just invite friends over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll just play games. Sometimes we'll go out for food. Sometimes we'll order food in. Now, what makes it weird, what makes it a little weird about my birthday is that I actually share a birthday with my little brother. We were born on the same day, different years. So, like, sometimes I get to use the room I want for when my friends come over, and sometimes I get to choose what we have for dinner if I'm not going out. And sometimes I just don't. Sometimes it's what my brother wants, and my brother and me have very, let's say, opposite tastes in food. He loves spicy food. Let that say all it
Same.
needs to.
Spicy food's great.
Love me a good kimchi. I usually treat myself to like a big bowl of ramen from H Mart because it's like $10. Big bowl of ramen, nice side of kimchi. It's good. It's good. All right. Pan's Nerd Jewel.
Wait, Pat, did you answer the question?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
what do you do?
You guys know every Sunday I have the family party, so we just kind of like
You
on
do
that
Sunday.
Sunday.
We move it to the closest Sunday.
Yeah, and whoever's birthday it is, it's at their house.
Everyone wants you to throw your ass in a circle. First of all, Pat.
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
Everyone in chat is telling me to throw my ass in a circle. What the fuck do you mean?
Second of all, Pan's Nerd Jewel asks, how do you relax with gaming? Do you have a drink or food to relax with? I drink copious amounts of alcohol and play Overwatch competitive.
Lit.
The last time I did that I was on Nugget's stream. Like over the summer, and it was great.
Food. I just have snacks on my desk.
I eat in my room because I want to avoid my parents. I used to never eat in my room. I used to never like want to get crumbs on my keyboard, but I'm just like, I want to be alone right now.
Lately, my relaxy games are Stardew Valley and Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Mine is Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
My favorite.
Puyo Puyo Tetris gives me too much anxiety for it to be relaxing.
Let me tell you my strat. Let me tell you my strat. Let me tell you my strat and then get some water. Oh my god. Okay, so here's the dream team. It is a Diet Coke.
Wait, you're gonna drink water?
It is. Do you not hear me? My voice rasping up. It is Puyo Puyo Tetris on my Switch. It is a Diet Coke, and then it is Netflix on with any given episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's the dream team.
Did we do 439?
No. I really like Picross, so when I just want to chill, I'll just like play Picross and like drink like Brisk or something and just chill.
Pat, how do you relax with gaming? I already know the answer, but how do you relax
what do you
with
mean
gaming?
You already know the answer.
Well, PvP.
I mean, yeah. And also just other games. Like I've been playing South Park.
Kennedy died.
And then I just have various snacks on my other desk that I'm too lazy to bring back downstairs and throw in the cabinet.
I routinely have a depression meal. Yeah.
That's quite the emphasis.
That's how it's written.
Depression meal.
Yeah, Adam just wrote in chat depression meal, but it's all spaced out. Next question is 439. Have you done anything in life to be proud of? I basically kicked depression and anxiety's ass on my own without therapy. And I think I can solidly say that, given like the past month I've had. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty much over this. Not that like mental illness is something you can be over, but I consider myself in recovery.
You're in a better place.
Yeah, I consider myself in recovery more than in depression. Yeah. And that's literally my biggest personal battle.
So are we talking like biggest accomplishments or things?
Oh, Julia is on Adam's account.
Okay.
But yeah, personal, public, whatever. I went really personal because I'm like fucking proud of where I am.
Yeah, you should be.
I was too cheap for therapy. I was also too anxious to ever schedule a therapy appointment. I've like have had my doctor refer me out to several therapists like multiple times. I just never called. So yeah.
I mean, I'm proud of a lot of the things I've done in my life. I've once won a soda drinking contest, and I got a free badge to AzumiCon all 3 days. I made a fucking social media page that has more than 250,000 followers, and it's doing very successful on Twitter as well. My senior year of high school, I got 4th place in the state speech tournament for original oratory. That is a speech that I wrote and performed. And it was about internet piracy, or fucking piracy in general.
Piracy, you say?
Yeah. It was like in defense of piracy. Basically, I was playing devil's advocate for piracy and saying like, yeah, it's a bad thing, but like here are a lot of the benefits that a lot of people overlook. And here's why piracy in some forms isn't as bad as a lot of people think. I mean, I still made the point, like, yeah, piracy's bad and it does fucking affect sales, but let's look at the positives that it's done, because the fact of the matter is, it's a reality that we just kind of have to deal with right now. Yeah. So let's start focusing on the positive. In fact, I remember my intro if anybody's interested. But my point being, I've done a lot of things I'm proud of. Like, what the fuck do you want to know about my life? I'm proud of it, probably. I do proud of it, probably, yeah. I mean, I do panels at anime conventions that I love. I'm an artist. I make the bulk of my income right now on commissions, which I'm so fucking proud of. I write for 2 different websites. I'm gonna be that guy, you know? I feel like I'm healthily confident. I'm proud of a lot of the things I've done. Yeah. I'm proud of, I'm gonna say 90%. I'm gonna say cut middle school out of there. Like, cut 2005 through 8 out, because, you know, nobody likes who they are in middle school, you know, and I was cringy, and I went through a goth phase. It was really weird.
You went through a goth phase?
I did. Kennedy Parker tried to be goth, but couldn't afford cool clothes from Hot Topic. So
I'm being goth right now.
So I'd wear long sleeve black shirts and black sweats, and I would say, look at me, guys, I'm goth. But, you know, I was, what's the word I'm looking for? I was budget goth.
Budget goth.
I was budget goth.
Budget emo.
Yeah.
In middle school.
So, but yeah, I'm proud of, it all brought me to where I am today, and I can honestly say that I'm pretty satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm very satisfied with who I am now.
Dan, Pat?
I don't really do many things.
You've done a lot
That's
of
what
things.
I think. Like on a daily basis.
I've done things that I'm like proud of, but I don't do a lot, so I don't have much. I remember recently.
I mean, it could be something like you're proud of. Yeah.
But like I remember recently, a couple months ago over the summer, a friend of mine shot me a message being like, "Hey, I'm doing this 48-hour film festival thing. You want to join?" And I joined up like fucking immediately because it was super cool.
Yeah.
And it was you're given a character, a prop, a line to say, and I think a location, but I could be there's no. You're given a character, a prop, and a line you have to say, and you have to, and then you're given a genre, and you have to make a short film in 2 days using all of that.
Yeah.
And
That sounds cool.
it's really fun. It's strenuous. It's like a lot of work because you have to make like a 7-minute film in 48 hours.
Yeah.
But like, it was really fun, and our film ended up placing in like top 16 out of, I believe, a 60-70 entrant thing, and it was like super cool.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty well-known festival too. I looked at their
it's
social
the
media; they got a lot of followers.
Boston 48-hour film festival.
The Wasabi Man said they're proud of Dan for not liking bad anime.
Hey,
Pat, what are you proud of?
I don't do much.
You fixed my you fixed my computer at least
Snaps
a
for
dozen
Dan.
times. That's something to be proud of.
Pat is the closest thing to like a real life Mr. Robot that I know.
When I have a computer problem, Pat is literally the first person I contact, and 9 out of 10 times he can solve it instantly, and that other 1 out of 10, he can tell me what the problem is, but he just doesn't feel like fixing it right away.
Yeah. or it's like a hardware thing.
But if I give him like 3 to 5 business days, he'll be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, let me get that for you."
Julia via Adam Dasani said, "I'm proud of you all for being A1 humans."
hey.
Thank you.
Aww. And our final, Pat saves me from failing my computer science class. And the final question we have from this list, unless chat has any more, is going to be, if you could use a video game cheat in real life, what would it be?
Oh.
Motherload.
Mother. Yes. Yeah.
I have a list.
A list?
Dan did not come to fuck around.
Okay, so first off, big head mode. Bar none. Everyone's got a giant fucking head. It'll be amazing.
I can dig it.
And then, like, that takes preference over infinite money, infinite lives,
Oh my god.
big head mode.
Because why take each other seriously when you can have big heads?
Yeah.
No one would have jobs. Socialism would be legit. Everyone's like, damn, we have big heads. What do we do?
The good news is, though, hat salesmen would never be richer. Hairstylists would be living like kings.
Etsy hat makers would be fucking rolling in the dough. I like this world that you've envisioned.
I want to live in Dan Sylvia's utopia.
I want to live in Dan's.
It's just now that everyone's got a head that's like 4 feet in
Everything
diameter.
is the same, but everybody has a giant head. I want to live in this world. Does our hair
I'm
grow
out
with
of
it? Does our
breath.
hair grow like in proportion with it? Or is everybody
Yes.
basically bald?
Hair grows in proportion.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I use the socialism cheat? Do you have like 2 more cheats?
I mean, outside of like infinite lives and infinite money. Well,
Yeah,
actually, no, not infinite lives. That'd be fucking terrible. Like Konami Code 30 lives. But,
How do you eat ass with a giant head?
you
Giant
try
ass.
your best.
You try.
You chomp.
Your head's too big to fit.
This sounds like Attack on Titan. This actually sounds like Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Socialism code, please.
Debug mode would be
Unintentional
pretty
war.
sweet.
Yeah, debug mode. Oh, I want no clip.
Why would you want no clip?
And
I want to be my beautiful son.
and there's this really great cheat in Pokemon
From,
called Walk Through Walls.
No clip.
Macadamia.
Oh, that's the clip?
No clip? Just
No
so you
clip.
can walk through walls and
Yeah.
go through shit?
Macadamia.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Just imagine a combination of big head mode and walk through walls.
We Skyrim.
We touch the Skyrim now.
Speaking of Skyrim, that's what mine would be. You know that fucking cheat Or like all the dragons are Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's a mod, not a
It's a
cheat.
mod? Oh, fuck. Well, in that case, fucking my second choice. Who here remembers Spyro Enter the Dragonfly?
Maybe.
I'm
I
pretty sure
didn't
all of
play
us
it.
because you talk about it so much.
Because it's so bad. There's this guy, there's one of the monkeys in the monk temple. Haha, get it? He'll follow Spyro with his eyes, no matter what way he goes, to the point where his head will turn a full 360 degrees like it's no big deal. I want that.
Okay.
I'm a simple gal.
Pat.
I just want to be able to turn my head 360.
You said the right one with money.
Yeah, I
Motherload.
said like the legitimate one.
The
with
legit
Motherload.
one.
Well, the legitimate one
Or-
is infinite
or like-
health.
Or like
Ooh.
If you're not paying for health care, I mean, what the fuck do you need all that money for?
or like one to fly or just go fast.
So no clip.
No, you just one to make you the Flash. That's all. That's all.
All right.
Become the Flash.
The Wasabi Man asks, this is gonna be our last question. If you could be a master at one video game, what would it be?
Ooh.
Wow.
Anything with a really good competitive scene,
What-
because I want to roll in that sweet fucking esports
Yeah, what
money.
competitive scene gives the most money? Is it Street
League of
Fighter or
Legends.
League?
League
Okay,
of
then
Legends.
I
League of
hate
Legends.
League, but
Like,
I'll do it.
PvP
Street Fighter
arenas.
is the world's least popular premier sport.
Yeah.
It-
I want to be able to go into a trance and be good at League of Legends, so I can just take a nap while I work.
Yeah, no, I want to be able to never play League of Legends except in a tournament setting, and then I want to be able to win and take all the money and never touch the game again until the next tournament.
Like I would honestly like knowing how like people who play League like live, like people who play League like actually competitively live. I just wouldn't want to do that.
Well, this is assuming
Like,
you're
they-
just
Hey,
inherently
but if you
good
go
at
into
it.
a
I know,
trance
but,
and you're
like, either-
automatically good at League, that it's just a
Yeah,
nap
like,
for
if
8
it-
hours a day, Dan.
If there's no effort required, if effort were required, I'd pick something like fucking something weak like Skullgirls or Guilty Gear or something.
You're never going. Okay.
Exactly, something that doesn't pay. But if it's no effort required, then yeah,
I just want to be
League.
sponsored by Razer because I want Chroma everything. I'm the most extra person you'll meet.
I would still probably say like Street Fighter or Tekken.
I
Probably
like
Street Fighter
am
'cause
tempted
that has
to
the most money out of any fighting game.
Yeah.
But
I like am tempted to be good at Smash.
Wow arenas. Those are nice.
Yeah. I also want to be
Yeah.
like just ungodly, like disgustingly good at Hotline Miami.
Does that have a competitive scene?
It has a speedrunning scene.
Oh, okay.
And that's like fucking grossly good. So
I believe that.
Aren't the
Hotline
maps
Miami
RNG
seems
though?
that
like
kind
if
of
you
game.
have a spare 20 minutes, watch a speedrun.
Aren't the maps RNG though?
no,
No.
Oh, I thought
they're
they were.
like
No.
it's like level design.
No, yeah, that's why it's good.
Yeah.
And that's why the second one is bad, because it's a bad level design.
Oh, is the second one RNG?
No.
No, it's
No,
just
they
one
were
design.
they
Which
had a
one is
scrapped project that was all
Party
RNG.
Hard, maybe?
Yeah.
Party Hard is RNG?
It might be. I don't know.
No, they had
One
if,
of them
if
was, I
you're
think.
thinking about the thing they were talking about at E3,
Maybe.
they had a scrapped third game that was procedurally generated.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they fucking got rid of that project
Immediately.
to like the grace of God. Yeah. That's all we got time for, I guess. We went a little bit over, but we had some good discussion. We discussed a lot. A lot. We'll be back next week with episode 88.
Yeah.
I won't. Bye, guys.
Yeah. We'll be back with our
going to
Vor episode
Nebraska.
next week.
Ew. What'd you say?
What?
What? Hi.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.